Assalamu alaikum everyone. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you 8 of our favorite Ramadan books to read to your children this year. Reading Ramadan books helps to get your children excited about Ramadan. We've also included discussion questions and activities, so let's get into it. For the first category, we have Ramadan Around the World by Nida Hassan. This is an amazing book with beautiful illustrations and catchy lines depicting how Muslims around the world celebrate Ramadan. This is a good read if you have children of very different ages. It goes from one continent to another, depicting the beauty of Islam, the message of equality between races. One of the things you can discuss with your children is how your family celebrates Ramadan and compare it with other family members and friends. You can also discuss the message of equality and brotherhood in Islam. And you can also prepare a dish from your culture and share it with a family, friends, neighbors, and tell them how you celebrate Ramadan. For our second category, we have books for ages 4 to 7. And for the first book, we have My First Ramadan by Karen Katz. This is an informative read that is suitable for your young ones, especially if it is their first time fasting. It takes you through a child's first experience with fasting Ramadan in very simple language and very lovely illustrations. One of the things you can discuss with your child is whether they're excited to fast for the very first time and how are they planning to accomplish this goal. You can help your child by telling them they can start fasting a portion of the day, and you can also have a reward as a means of encouragement. A second thing you can do is ask your child to draw a picture of the sky on the first night of Ramadan. For our second book, we have It's Ramadan, Curious George. This is written by H. Ray and H. Khan. This is an engaging book and personally one of my favorites. It has beautiful rhymes that depict how two friends, Kareem and George, are helping one another fast and how are they enjoying the special moments of Ramadan together. You can discuss with your children how as a family you can help one another fast. You can use situations of things that happen between your children. You can also, for a second activity, prepare a food basket to donate to a homeless shelter or a local food drive. Our third book in this category is Hassan and Anisa Love Ramadan by Yasmin Rahim. This is a story of two young siblings excited about Ramadan and they're doing all these different good deeds even though they're too young to fast. It's a very warm book demonstrating how a Muslim family is working as a unit to do all these different good deeds in this blessed month. So one of the things you can discuss with your children is what are some of the good deeds they can do Ramadan, whether they're fasting or not. You can also create a sadaqah jar and decide in your next family time what charity cause you will be donating the funds to. So our fourth book in this category is The Gift of Ramadan by Rabia York Lombard. This is a lovely book showing the struggle of a young girl's first day in fasting and learning she can still get the reward of fasting by helping others break their fast. So you can discuss with your children whether they think fasting is hard, why so. And you can also discuss with your children the reward for feeding the ones that are fasting. Then you can accompany this by allowing your children to actually plan and prepare an iftar with you. Our last book in this category is Ilyas and Duck Ramadan Joy by Omar Khawaja. This is a very different children's book. It's teaching a very beautiful message with an interesting storyline. This is perfect for your superhero action-loving child. Ilyas and Duck are saving the day by protecting their village from Mr. Mean, a Ramadan-hating villain. So one of the things you can discuss with your children is what are the bad deeds they should stay away from in Ramadan and what they can do if they fall into them by mistake. Also, at the very end of the book, there is an ad by Mr. Mean, M Corp Eid Not So Goodie Bag. So perhaps ask your children to draw a picture of how they imagine this goodie bag to look like and what is its contents. Our last category contains books for children ages 7 and up. And for our first book, we have Layla's Lunchbox, a Ramadan story by Reem Farouqi. This is a well-written story of a child's struggle, Layla, of becoming comfortable with her identity as a Muslim and as a minority in her classroom on top of fasting for the very first time. This is an empowering story, especially if your children are attending non-Islamic schools. So one of the things you can discuss with your children is what are some of the difficulties they're having when fasting while they're having other classmates or friends that are not. They can also write a letter or an email to a non-Muslim teacher, neighbor, or friend telling them about Ramadan and how it is important to Muslims. Our last book for today is Who Will Help Me Make Iftar by Asma Hussein. This is a charming story of an old couple's tradition of making iftar for their family and friends on the first day of Ramadan. It depicts an excellent example of generosity and seeking reward only from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So what you can discuss with your children is, what are your family traditions during Ramadan? You can also compare these Ramadan traditions with the traditions of other family members. Perhaps some of these traditions are interesting for you and you would like to implement them in your family. And if you want to have a more serious discussion, perhaps discuss whether these traditions fall under the teachings of the Quran and the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That's it for today. We hope you benefited from this video. Let us know in the comments below which of these books you're going to be adding to your library this year. Is it going to be the Ramadan Around the World? Or is it going to be It's Ramadan, Curious George? In the description below, I've added a link to our freebies section. This is our growing library of free printables as of the time of this video being published. We have a free reading comprehension activity pack for Who Will Help Me Make Iftar, so make sure to check it out. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel to get notified when we release another video. Until next time, take care and Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.